Hey, what's going on, everybody? Listen, today we're going to talk about restraining orders, protective orders, police activity, court activity, just all of the benefits, we'll call it. We'll call them benefits for argument's sake. Benefits of being in an entanglement with a narcissist or manipulative person. So, first, I want to start out by saying that, you know, having a order of protection, a restraining order against someone, that is something that has been created because we do have some very, very disrespectful people in this world. We have people that will not leave you alone, will not respect your privacy, that do not understand that they cannot harass you. And therefore, protective orders have been created so those people cannot continue to abuse, disrespect, harm you, anything, threaten you. That was the information I was given as to why there are protective orders. And, basically, I mean, if you have common sense, then you know what a protective order is for. Okay? Everybody doesn't have that. Now, what I want to talk about with you guys is how a narcissist, how a manipulator will take the legal system and they will abuse it, misuse it. And if they can connect the dots in the right places, it doesn't matter how they're able to connect the dots, but if they're able to get certain things done, like if you have a narcissist that is able to get a order of protection against you, that order of protection literally can destroy your life in some ways. And you may look at it like, well, I don't care if they want a protective order against me or whatever, because I don't want to have anything to do with that person. But what you're not seeing is that that's not all that it's about. It's not just about them having a order of protection against you just for the sake of saying they have it. When someone brings an order of protection against you, a narcissist, they have something very wicked that they intend on doing with it. Okay? And it can destroy different parts of your life. It can make things in your life very difficult. It can stop you from getting security clearances for a job. It can take your security clearance on your job away. If you travel internationally, even nationally, anything you do, anywhere you go, when you travel and you have a protective order, it's going to come up. When you go to that airport, they're going to pull you over. They're going to flag you. And you're sitting there wondering why. What's going on? What did I do? You have a protective order against you. So it's something that's going to follow you around. Do not take these things lightly, people. Do not take them lightly. They can be detrimental as it pertains to your future. Those things can be detrimental because given to the wrong person, an order of protection can literally destroy your life and livelihood in so many different ways. So many different ways. when you're dealing with a narcissist, when you're dealing with a manipulator, they want everything with the manipulator is about having the upper hand. Everything is about the upper hand with them. Everything is about having the upper hand on you. And if they achieve that upper hand on you, they can make life for you hell. If a narcissist is able to get an order of protection against you, a permanent order, man, you literally may have to move out of town. You may have to move out of that city you live in. Reason being, because see, all of the things that they have done to you up to this point that have given you the attitude that you don't care what they want, you'll gladly give them an order of protection because you're like, I don't want them to have anything. I don't want them to come around me. They're not doing it for that. See, you assume because that's what you would do it for, that's the reason they're doing it. No, they're not doing it because you're harassing them. They're doing it to shut you down. They're doing it because, see, I'm going to just do this illustration using myself, saying myself that I'm the narcissist. And, I've lied on you. I've cheated on you. You've caught me cheating with, one of your relatives in our house and in our bed or something on that level. I've stolen money from you. I've done so many dirty, underhanded, disrespectful things to you. And now I'm going to get a protective order against you, claiming that I fear for my life, because that's the key word in a protective order. Okay? That's all a narcissist has to say. I fear for my life. You don't have to threaten them. You don't have to do anything to them. You guys think that you have to threaten them. You have to have a conversation. You think that you have to do all of these things. People, you do not. You don't have to do anything to a narcissist. All they have to do is say, Your Honor, I feel my life feels threatened. I feel my life is threatened. Based on what? I feel my life is threatened. That's it. That's their one-liner. My life is threatened. So all I have to do after I've lied on you, cheated on you, stole from you, manipulated you, embarrassed you, smeared your name, smeared your reputation, now I'm in fear of my life of you. You know why? Because to a narcissist gets to, I would be, at that point, I get to shut you down. When you come around telling everybody the truth, that you caught me doing all of these things, that you caught me lying, you caught me stealing from you, you caught me cheating on you, you caught me you caught me smearing your name. I get to cancel all of that out. Everything that you have to say, I can cancel it out by simply saying, oh, I got a restraining order against that crazy girl. I got a restraining order against her. She's crazy. She's crazy. You see how I just eliminated everything that I have done to you? You've done nothing to me. I could have raped you. Listen, I could rape you and file a protective order against you, and the rape that I committed against you would be undermined because now I have a protective order against you. That is the purpose of the order of protection when it comes to a manipulator, a narcissist. That is the reason that they will do this. They're not doing it because you're calling them, you won't leave them alone, you're harassing them, you're busing into their home and you're doing this to their belongings and this and that. They're not doing it for that. They're doing it so that they can rule over you. So that no matter what they have done to you, it is overlooked. No matter what they have done to you, it's overlooked because now they have the law standing behind them. Now it's a legal issue. And no matter what they have done to you, like I said, if they have raped you, if they've tried to murder you, a narcissist can literally try to murder you, can shoot a gun at you, and bam, all of a sudden I got an order of protection against that person, and I tried to shoot them. I got an order of protection against them. Yeah, I shot at her. Yeah, I shot her, but I got a protective order against her. So that overrides me trying to take that person's life. People, that is the reason that a narcissist, you're going to find out that they have lots of protective orders. They have protective orders against everybody. They do. Like I said, I understand when somebody's harassing you and you have to go to that measure because they won't leave you alone. I totally, completely get it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that you have done nothing to, people who are using the system to back them, people who are using the law, the legal system, just to manipulate a situation, just to make themselves look like they are not the lying conniver, the beast that they are, the devil that they are. They are using the legal system. They're using and manipulating laws to help them destroy you. You're just trying to mind your business. You just want to go on with your everyday life, and they just want you to stop it. See, that's what some people will do when, they may have a situation with someone. They may have a situation where, they're going to get in trouble because they're dating somebody who's underage. You know what I mean? They're dating someone who they're not supposed to date. And they'll say, oh, this person is crazy. And they'll get a restraining order. Because that restraining order will undermine the statutory rape that they committed against that young person. Listen, y'all, there are some sick, twisted, dirty, low-down people. Oh, man, I can't even call them people. We got to call them devils out here. They are sick and twisted, and they run to the law to beat you there. They run to the law for protection for things that they have done. They don't care that they have to lie when they get to the law, when they get to a judge. They don't care if they have to lie. They've been lying their entire lives. But if they are able to get that passed, if they are able to get that passed, they can get that judge to sign off on that order of protection against you. They're going to make your life a living hell. Because now, whatever they did to you, now they have the law, the legal system backing them. And it doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter what they did to you. It doesn't matter any longer what they did to you. Because now they have a judge and a court that is going to uphold all of their abuse from that point forward. Now they have a judge on their side, and it may be something as simple, a technicality that you may overlook or something like that will hold you back and is going to hold you down. These people are absolutely relentless. They are foul. They are the bottom of the barrel. They are cutthroat. They are your worst nightmare, people. They're your worst nightmare. And they're doing it strictly. They're doing it strictly for the influence that legal order gives them. See, it gives them the upper hand. When they're not able to get the upper hand because of the way they live, they choose to go with the legal system. And now that legal system, they're looking at it like, hey, well, I got the upper hand. That's why a lot of times, y'all, a narcissist loves calling the police to your house. They love it. It's all about control. It's all about control. See, when they're doing that and they're doing it often, they're doing it to provide. They want to provide an alibi for themselves. They're calling the police. Well, you might just get in an argument and all of a sudden the police show up at your house. And you're like, whoa, we had an argument. Nobody got threatened. Nobody got touched in here. They started the argument. Well, what they're doing is they're intimidating you. That's their way of intimidating you. Now you're scared to even argue with them. You're scared to even to voice your opinion. It's all about control. And it's setting a pattern. What they're doing is they're setting a pattern because they want to take you to court. They want to get something over you. They don't want the world to know how abusive they are behind closed doors. They do not want the world to know how abusive they are to you. So what they will do is they will do something and flip it on you. And you're just trying to figure out what in the world would this person possibly want with the police over here when they are the ones who's starting everything. And that is the reason they're trying to etch in the mind of someone in a courthouse that they have set up a pattern. There's a pattern. Every time there's an argument, the police have to come to the house to break things up. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's getting physical. Nobody's threatening anybody. It's strictly about them starting stuff, and they want to control you. They want to control you. And if they are able, if the narcissist is able to win on any of them, they're going to roll the dice a lot. They're going to call the police a lot. They're going to go down to the courthouse. They're going to get ex parte orders to get you put out your house. Absolutely. That's the other thing. Not just a protective order. They're going to get an ex parte order. And basically, y'all, an order of ex parte means it's basically an order that gives, when two people live in the same dwelling, it's an order saying that one of the persons in that dwelling feels threatened, feels that their life is in danger in that home. So what the courts will do is they will put the other person out of that dwelling. It's only for about a day or two, because they tell you to come to court either the next day or within the next 2 or 3 days. You'll be to court within a couple of days. Now sometimes you have some narcissists out here that really know how to work it, and they can get you and put out of your house for up to a week. Oh yes, there's some wicked people out here. Because I want y'all to understand this. A narcissist is going to call the courthouse. They're going to call the courthouse and they're going to ask other people. They're going to call law enforcement officers and ask, how do I get this person put out for longer? How do I do that? How do I extend the time? A lot of times what they will do is they'll try to do that on a Friday. How do I know? Ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't want to know how I know this. They will try to do it on a Friday because they know usually a judge doesn't want to keep you. The court doesn't really want to keep the other person out the house, especially if the one person is lying on you. And then you got to figure out where you're going to sleep for a couple of days. So they'll do it on a weekend and then say, hey, let's try to extend that to next Friday or next Wednesday or Thursday. These are the tactics that a narcissist will try on you. They want to inconvenience. They want to make your life so miserable that now they have full and free reign of all of your belongings, because when they get an order of ex parte against you, that means you have to leave your home for at least a day or two. At least that amount of time. And you're not going to be able to take all of your belongings when you leave. Okay? It's only a temporary order. It only lasts for like 2 days. Now, in that 2-day period, 2 or 3 days, you got to go somewhere. You got to find somewhere you got to go. Hopefully you have a relative or something like that, or a close friend you can stay with or something. They're going to do things like this. Again, it's all about them trying to establish that they are in power. That's all about being in power. They're going to, as long as they beat you to the courthouse and say they feel threatened, you never know when a narcissist is going to flip out and do something like that to you. You never know. You guys get into an argument, they run to the courthouse. I'm getting an ex parte, you getting out. Next thing you know, you're getting a call 2 o'clock in the morning, sheriff's telling you, hey man, you got to leave. You like, leave? Why, you crazy? In the house you pay the bills in. Yes, indeed. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Tell you, well, this may be your house, but guess what? They got a temporary way to change that on you. Which really calls for us to have some legal reform, because narcissistic people have used and abused this law since it started. Absolutely, since it started. It's right there for manipulators. But that ex parte order, they're going to do that. They're going to ask for that order of protection. And while you're out of the house, they have free reign in the house. They can bring their other partners over just to torture you. They're out cheating, right? They're out cheating with the new supply. And then they'll go before they come home, because they know that it's going to start an argument when they get home, because they haven't been home maybe in a day, or, they've just been missing in action for a while. They're going to go home, but they're going to first let me stop by the sheriff's office and fill out an ex parte order. All you got to do is go in there and say, hey, guess what? I feel my life is threatened. Sheriff's going to, the magistrate's going to say, well, why do you say that? Because I feel my life is in order. My life is maybe in jeopardy dealing with this person because they're very abusive. All they have to do is lie, okay? And that's what a narcissist is. That doesn't even mean they're going to show up for court. The object of the game for the narcissist isn't showing up for court. The object of the game for the narcissist is to inconvenience you, to torture you, to take you through things you never thought were possible in the legal system, in your life period. You never thought that somebody would lie and run to a courthouse and tell a judge that my life is threatened. I feel my life is being threatened. You never thought that you would go through something like that with somebody that you believe is a normal person. You're not dealing with a normal person, people. They're not normal. They're very abusive. They're very destructive. Okay. And if they can get this legal system to help them out, my friend, you are going to, if you think life has been hell with the narcissist, you cannot imagine what it's going to be like as you try to navigate going forward in your life. And they have the legal system behind them. Wow. Man, I don't want to see you in that situation. I don't want to see you in that situation. And that's why it's so important for you to block them. Block them on everything. Block them on your social media. Block them, block them, block them. When you see that this person is a manipulator, leave them alone. Cut it loose. Cut it loose. Yeah. We all are looking for a great relationship and this and that and everything else. Cut them loose. It's not worth it. It's not worth it on any level. They're going to abuse the legal system. They're going to abuse it. They're not going to just use it. They're going to abuse the legal system. Okay? They're going to take you through things you've never dreamed about. They're going to take you through things that you never thought were possible. And all they did was tell a lie. Tell lies that you have to go hire attorneys. You have to lose days off work. You have to go through so much. And that's what it's all about. It's about breaking you down to make you not want to fight. The narcissist is going to go through every level of anything that they can take you through. Every level of anything that they can take you through, simply because their attitude is, I want you to quit. I don't want you to fight me. I don't want you to want to fight me. I want you to quit. Just quit. If you quit and let me do what I want to do, then this doesn't have to get worse. But the narcissist is absolutely going to take things to another level. You've never seen this level of low. You've never seen it. You've never heard of it. It's embarrassing beyond any and everything you've ever experienced. It's embarrassing. So I'm just simply going to leave it at that, guys. You've got to take and cut these monsters off. When they get you into the judicial system, it's going to be your worst nightmare. It is going to be your worst nightmare. They are going to sit in front of judges and lie and lie. Now, don't get me wrong. Judges most of the time have seen people like them. And a lot of times a judge gets tired of seeing them, those absolute lies. But at the end of the day, remember, it's you defending yourself. It's not them defending their lie. See, they got you in the courthouse and it's a win-win for them. They took you to court for abuse. You didn't do anything to them, but they took you to court. You didn't take them to court for abuse because you didn't lie on them. You see how that just went by? A lot of people, that just went over a lot of people's heads. You take people to court when they won't stop abusing and they won't leave you alone. They take people to court to say, I took them to court for that. See, that's how it looks. I took that person to court because, they wouldn't leave me alone. I took that person to court because of abuse. Did they abuse you? No, but I took them to court. Because it sounds better. When they get you to the big court, when you get to the court where everything is finalized, they want to be able to say, well, Your Honor, I've taken this person to court this many times. I've claimed this, I've claimed that, I've said this, I've said that. They are grossly negligent when it comes to abusing the judicial system. They are grossly negligent. And they have no cares about it. No cares, no qualms about it. They are your worst nightmare, people. Listen, that's my video. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I know that we have several people who have gone through this. If you dealt with a narcissist, I promise you, you've dealt with the judicial system. Okay? So again, leave it in the comments. I want you guys to like, share. I want you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right there. If you're not a subscriber, if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. Say thank you for your support. I have a Facebook group. It's called Narcissist Anonymous 101, the Empath Tribe. You can see me on Instagram. I put some videos on Instagram and TikTok. I also have videos on TikTok. I've started a new series on that. I'm actually going to do a different channel on YouTube. I think that's going to be the best platform for me. But it's called Narc Mayhem. If you look through my videos, you'll see I have 2 videos up there so far right now. I don't know when you're seeing this video, but I have a few videos up. Narc Mayhem, where I'm doing some reenactments of narcissistic scenarios. If you want to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching, listen, you have to go to my Facebook or my Instagram page and send me an inbox. I will, at that point, send you my calendar, and I accept Zelle, PayPal, and Cash App. For those who want to send me something on Cash App, it is on my page. Just look on my the homepage, and you can always gift me something right there on my Cash App or Zelle. Whichever is more convenient for you, just let me know. Thanks again. I appreciate you. And let me know again in the comments what your experience was with the judicial system and the lies of the narcissists. Thanks again. See you in the next video.